Welcome to the Undo Dilemma minisodes, where we unpack the real stuff people are facing at work and in life.
The weird, the wonderful, and the way too familiar.
Each week, we pick one listener dilemma and try to make sense of it with care, curiosity, and no corporate nonsense. Let's get into it. Okay, we have another dilemma. Subject line is this. Is it still flattery if I'm starting to feel weird? Yeah, okay.
I'm intrigued.
Yes. Hi, Dulcie. Hi, Missy.
Hi.
First off, I love the podcast. I randomly found it through the newsletter on Substack and have been listening ever since. You've genuinely helped me reframe how I show up at work, so thank you for that. Now on to my slightly bizarre dilemma. I work at a PR agency in London. Think pitching, brand launches, a lot of chat about vibes. And a new girl joined our team a couple of months ago. Let's call her Ellie. She's bright, super friendly, and everyone seems to love her. But I think she's kind of trying to become me.
This reads like a Jordan Peele situation.
It started subtly, a comment about how she loved my outfits, asking where I shop. Then she started showing up in very similar looks. I didn't think much of it, but lately it's gone up a notch. She's been asserting herself into convos with my closest work friends, cracking inside jokes she wasn't around for, and asking oddly specific things like where am I going on holiday and what gym I go to. Oh my God, this is really weird. I caught her scrolling on my LinkedIn during lunch. As she started using some of my catchphrases and mannerisms in meetings, one client even confused us on a call.
Oh, hell no.
I wouldn't say she's malicious. If anything, maybe she just admires me. But it's starting to feel a bit like I'm being shadowed. Am I being dramatic? Is this a single white situation? Should I just take it as a compliment and move on? Or is there a way to set some gentle boundaries without sounding totally self-obsessed? Please help me out here. I'm spooked. Love, Freya. Shit.
Like, I'm still absorbing. Scrolling through your LinkedIn at work. Like, you could even say that it's for, like, your downtime at home. Like, in the actual office.
Not wait for the commute. She's like, I need to
come on! Okay, this is mad.
I actually don't know what to say.
Like, okay, first things first. I will definitely say, Freya, that just as someone who's hearing your account of this, I don't think it's in your head. I don't think it's you being self-obsessed or whatever, because I don't know, intuition is a powerful thing, right? You have funny vibes coming from her. There's something not quite right with the way this girl is moving, especially when it pertains to you. So I think your intuition is definitely telling you something. There are alarm bells going off in your head. And you also, like, your feelings are valid regardless of whether, you know, they seem like over the top, which they're not or not, right? They're your feelings, they are valid. I think the main thing is what you want to do about this. And you said something, you said setting boundaries. I think the first thing is identify what does a healthy boundary with this person look like to you? Because she hasn't really done anything directly to you, which makes it really a really tricky situation. You've just noticed the things that she is doing at work that affect you, but she hasn't actually done anything directly to you, or it doesn't look like she has from what you've written. So I think it's one of those things where you need to think about, okay, what would setting a boundary with this person look like? How would I even begin to start to articulate how this person's actions indirectly make me feel? See, we say this every time. I would definitely take this to a therapist.
Yeah. I like, yeah.
Because I feel like a professional will have a lot of the tool set to really help you dig down. I think there's not enough information in this one email to go, just do this or do that. I think it's one of those things where you really need to kind of examine with someone, a licensed professional preferably, and kind of drill down into what is this specifically that is really grinding your gears, and how can you then move strategically forward within that space. What you don't want to be is the problem, right? What she's doing is the problem, but you have to be careful how you move and how you respond, because it's very quick. It can very quickly turn into you being an issue.
Yes.
That's what I got.
Listen, and girl, I think that's everything. Bye. No, okay. Yeah, this one is really,
it's a tricky one.
Tricky, very tricky, and I wholeheartedly agree. Speak to someone who has trained, who knows, who has some letters behind their name and can actually really like get under it. But I completely agree. I think it's completely understandable to be so disoriented by this sort of behaviour from somebody. And yes, while you don't think that what she's doing is malicious, and it doesn't sound like it is, your instincts are really valid that something here is spooky and it's a bit limiting. I agree with Yemi, like understanding what's at the heart of your discomfort. You know, is it ownership? Is it loss of your identity? Like there's a lot here to unpack with a licensed professional. And then understanding about boundaries. I wouldn't even know where to start with. Well, I have where I would start, but I think there's, again, a proper therapist is going to be able to help you set boundaries, because it's actually quite a tricky situation in how it can become quite negative really quickly. Like you trying to put boundaries in could actually be very...
It can blow up in your face.
It could blow up. I don't know in terms of hierarchy. I'm assuming just because she was described as the new girl that she's junior. And this may well come from, people like her. You said she's friendly, bright, blah, blah, blah. It may well be that, girl, you are just that bitch and she just wants to be like you. You hold a certain sway, like she admires you because you are someone to be admired, Freya. Nonetheless, you feeling weird about her behavior is more than enough reason to create some distance between you. So that's probably where I would start, is just reducing the access that she has to me. It would be like, okay, if you're asking me where I'm going on holiday, I don't know yet. If you're asking me what gym I use, I just work out at home. I can't lie to you. If I saw her scrolling my LinkedIn, I'd block her. Because she's not going to ask me, is she? If she does, I'd be like, I don't know, technology, I don't know. These things happen. Like, I wouldn't...
We've watched enough horror films to know how...
Like, I wouldn't be doing confrontation, but I would be withdrawing access to anything.
Yeah, I think, limiting her access to you and information about you is...
Where do you shop? Oh, I got this in Spain. Like, my mum bought it for me. I don't know where she got it from.
But that thing about a client calling you, mistaking her for you or mistaking you for her, that stings. I've been there so many times.
It's weird.
But this was racially...
Right, that's racism.
But like, still, it stings when somebody calls
you. Yeah. And that's what's really scary about it. Yeah. It's mimicking you to the extent that somebody who knows you thought that was you. Yeah, that's weird. I might be in my true crime bag. I want to say Run, but I've listened to too many weird shows. But in all seriousness, talk to, if you can, if you have access, please go and speak to somebody who can actually give you well-informed advice on this, because we love you, but we don't have those letters, honey.
I mean, working in a PR firm in London, I think automatically qualifies you to some kind of support, because that job must be difficult as hell as well. It doesn't sound easy.
There's enough pressure. I don't know what kind of brands and stuff, like God knows, you know. So you've probably got more than just this going on. This is just the icing on the bloody cake. Weirdo who's just come in and trying to see you. Talk of everything else.
Don't I have enough problems?
Like, come on. So yeah, listen, I would say get professional help, but in the meantime, try and just reduce the amount of that she has to you. You don't have to give her the information just because she's asking for it. You know, and you don't have to do it in a mean or, provocative way. You can just be non-committal. And just create some space and distance for your own well-being. And And hopefully, you know, this is a phase and she gets over it and starts to become herself. But that's not your responsibility, right?
Exactly, yeah.
You need to just make sure that you're all right. So, yeah, go, and if you can, please do get some professional help. And honestly, good luck. Let us know if anything changes. But,
please let us know. Like, I definitely want a follow-up, please, if you can. Thank you.
All right, good luck. So, also, for our listeners, if you have been in this situation, tell us, this is going to go up on Instagram. Please let Freya know how you dealt with it. Also, if you were the Ellie, if you have a perspective on this kind of behaviour and where it comes from and ways to, help a person through it, or, if there might be an Ellie listening to this and you've kind of gone through this shit yourself. So if you've got any advice to give to Freya,
you just see people like outing themselves in the comment section.
Listen, it's a safe place until it's not. But genuinely, if you have got any helpful advice for Freya, please hop onto Instagram. You'll find the handle is at This Is Work Well. You'll find the dilemma there, and it'll be great if you could help us help Freya, because this one's a tough one. It's a really tough one. They're getting harder. These dilemmas are getting harder.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Good luck, Freya. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to this week's Undo Dilemma. If you've got something sticky, awkward, or just plain weird happening at work or in life, send it to us at dilemma@thisisworkwell.com. You stay anonymous, we talk it out.
And if this helped, pass it on to someone who might need it too.
And don't forget, new full-length episodes of Undo land on Mondays. So wherever you are in the week, we've got you.